Welcome back to this edition of This Month in Housing. It is May 2022, and boy, has a lot happened in the real estate market. We're going to talk a little bit about interest rates, about inventory, about appreciation and overall home sales, so you can stay informed on what's going on in the market. The first slide that caught our attention is that the active listing data has dropped again. So we're still gonna have low inventory. That's not a surprise. That doesn't cure itself overnight. So inventory will be low, which means pretty good time for sellers. Although of course with rising interest rates, we'll see how slow it gets. So it'll be a little slowdown, but with low inventory and high demand, homes are gonna sell fast. Second, the changing composition of active listings. If you see on this slide, 2022 still not many listings came over that were active in 2021 to 2022, and the new number of listings in 2022 is very low. Now, housing starts. This is big. New home construction has been so restricted, and that's one of the main causes for low inventory. Builders aren't building enough. If you look at this slide, housing starts, the most since 2006, you'll notice we're finally starting to build more housing. The trend is going up. In 2022, the month of January, we had the highest amount of new home starts since '06. This is a very good thing. It means inventory is coming, and one of my favorites, Ivy Zellman, called it, from Zellman and Associates, one of the smartest people who watches the real estate markets and particularly new home builders on Wall Street. She said, watch out for this inventory. You asked for it, you're gonna get it. So hopefully we get some more inventory. Now, I shared this last time, but it bears repeating. Home ownership is the best hedge against inflation. Just look at the chart. Inflation up 6.8% in 2021, while housing rose 18%. Inflation kind of surging here in 2022. Appreciation will surge with it because housing is the best hedge against inflation. All the economists agree on that. Now, here's the big question. Well, Andrew, are we in a bubble? Are we in a bubble? Oh my God, is everything gonna crash? I bet you've asked yourself that. People like to talk about that all the time. If you look at this slide, titled Worries of a Housing Bubble Still Persists, the worries of course persist. Who wouldn't be worried? 77% of the public thinks there may be a bubble. 44% of agents do. Now, let's be honest, 44% of agents don't sell any houses, so I wouldn't listen to them, but I do empathize with the public, 77%. And here's why they feel that way, because you get these headlines like this. U.S. foreclosures surge in January. U.S. foreclosures are at the highest since the pandemic start. They make it seem like foreclosures are on the up and up because there's a slight increase from the month prior, but in reality, they're not surging. We're at all-time low foreclosures. As you can see here, it's steady dropping. 2019, it was at 11,960. Those are in millions. It drops every year. Foreclosure activity is at an all-time low. If you're going back to 2009 and 10, surging high, 2019, 2020, 2021, all-time low. So that makes us feel like, hey, is there gonna be a bubble? Is the market gonna crash? Well, foreclosures aren't coming. And this is nothing like the last time, and the foreclosures probably won't come because if you look at this slide, titled This is Nothing Like the Last Time, there's hardly any homes with loans with homeowners having a credit score of under 620. So it's hard to get a loan these days. The buyers who are taking these loans are super qualified, and marrying that with the inventory, during the bubble last time, there was 10 months, 9 months supply of inventory. We're still under 2 months supply of inventory. So inventory is not coming on at a breaknecking pace. The people getting loans have quality loans. Interest rates are rising, but hey, we have a phenomenal economy. Jobs are good. So here's to sum it up. Housing is going to continue to appreciate. Everyone agrees. If you took the average of all the economists being polled, it's around 10% this year. Another 10% appreciation in housing, which should outpace inflation. That's fantastic. Interest rates are going to continue to rise. The Fed's doing their thing. It looks like we're up to 5.5. Maybe it should max out at 5.7% is what some of the talking heads are saying. We don't think it's going well into the sixes, if over 6 at all, this year. But rates will continue to rise. And finally, hey, home sales are going to be strong. We had a record-breaking year in 2021. We're expecting more of the same in 2022. So if you're thinking about buying a home, appreciation's gonna go. It's a good investment, particularly in inflationary times. It's better to lock in the interest rates now. If it drops down in the future, you can always refinance. And look, housing's good. We're your local experts here in the greater Baltimore area. If you have any questions about anything housing related, reach out to us, send us a message. We'd love to connect with you and hear your unique story and your set of circumstances so we can craft the right attack plan to get you what you want. Until next time, Andrew Undum signing off.